It's Friday then. It's Saturday, Sunday. What? It's Friday then. Saturday, Sunday. What? Yeah, it's okay.
What's up? This is Jeff. Welcome to Jeff's podcast, and today we're talking about Gravity Games and Lee Myung-jin's Ragnarok the Animation. And the animated series is now streaming on the official YouTube channels of Funimation and Gonzo, where the series has already been uploaded the first three episodes last September 2nd. Before the start of the topic for the show, American licensing company Funimation and Japanese animation studio Gonzo all announced that they will stream classic anime titles from the mid 2000s, including the 2004 animated series Ragnarok the Animation, along with Koichi Ohata and Fumihiko Shimo's Burst Angel and Top Cow Productions' Witchblade. Ragnarok and Burst Angel are already aired on Hero TV in the Philippines, but Burst Angel is incomplete on QTV, while Witchblade is also already aired on TV5 Philippines, but the show receives nudity due to the MTICB restrictions. I already checked out on the official YouTube channel of Gonzo and already uploaded complete episodes of Blast Lighter, The Tower of Draga, and Red Guardian with English subs. Better check out youtube.com/gonzo to watch some classic anime titles. Let's get started with the show, and Ragnarok the Animation is based on the popular MMORPG, or Massive Multiplayer Online Role-Playing Game published by Gravity Games, and the story takes place in the world of Rune Midgard, when an evil entity called the Dark Lord wants to create chaos in the world with the help of seven crystals that represent seven ambitions who sealed away many years ago. In an online game, the game is divided into a series of maps on two major continents, each of which has its own terrain and native monsters, though many monsters are present in multiple regions. Transportation between maps requires loading the new map, and monsters are unable to travel from one map to another unless directly associated with the player, such as a pet, mount, or hireling. Areas from Norse mythology are also included. The show received mixed reactions, and the setting of the anime and MMORPG are the same, but the storyline is different. The plot develops in a rather haphazard manner, partly because there was an effort made to merge the manga with the game and turn it all into a TV series. Unfortunately, the approach taken to mess everything together into a new shining whole failed miserably, and both the plot and the story are, at best, only slightly above par. One of the other reasons for the lackluster plot development is purely based on the fact that, unlike many other game adaptations, Ragnarok was adapted from a game that essentially has no real story, and the lack of anything coherent meant that the writers had to rely heavily on Myung-jin's manhwa for inspiration. He was effectively in charge of the anime. The lack of an in-game storyline should have proven a boon for the anime adaptation, as it would have given the writers a great deal of freedom in an already developed imaginary world. However, this was not to be, and the story absolutely reeks of generic sim and formula because of the attempt to tie it into a manhwa. In terms of looks and sound, the series isn't bad. However, it's also not that great. The characters are designed with the MMORPG in mind, and although there is some individuality in certain aspects of their design, one must remember that they were made to appeal to fans of the game, rather than to the average anime viewer. In terms of animation, the series works fairly well. However, while the characters move in a decent manner, there is a certain woodenness and repetition to their actions. The backgrounds and the settings are also on the formulaic side, and no real effort has been made to make the world of Wood Midgard more real. This also unfortunately counts for the sound effects, many of which are reasonably executed but lack any real depth. I've been playing Ragnarok online since I think that was in my college days, and I played in the computer shops, including Netopia shops, while my little brother has already played the game. I was a swordsman novice while my little brother is an assassin. I keep on playing fighting against poor rings, and I haven't experienced playing MMORPGs, but this is the first time that I experienced playing on it. I bought some CDs for the video game updates ranging from Juno and War of Imperium. It was bundled for free in the magazines such as K-Zone and Games Master. Level Up Games Incorporated, a Philippine and Brazilian game distributor, is teaming up with ABS-CBN to announce the licensing and distribution rights of the animated series, and it was already aired on weeknights where it premiered in October 2004. They received positive feedback from the fans, and it was good enough for the cast of the Filipino dub. There's also cosplay of their favorite job classes in the series, and I found this on the internet where international cosplayers, the Ghost and Fiao sisters, are making their airwaves for the MMORPG, although they are cosplays priestess while Ashley cosplays hunter. I met them in person at the Toricon Philippines event in 2010. There's also an OPM version of We Are the Stars, where the song originally performed by Maimi Yamasaki, but in the OPM version, the song is performed by the members of Star Circle Quest Fab 5 from the talent reality show Star Circle Quest, where Santara Park as a hunter, Hiro Angeles as a swordsman, Melissa Ricks and Jules Gamboa as acolyte, and Roxanne Ginoo as a crusader. I think it would be better to listen to the original song rather than the cover version. But if you listen to the cover version, it's your choice. Ragnarok Online was released in South Korea in August 2002 and expanded into different countries online as the MMORPG, where it becomes a worldwide trend, such as North America in June 2003, Europe in April 2004, and Australia in December 2004. The game becomes the start of the MMORPG revolution, and after the PC launch, there's also a mobile version of the game developed by Gravity. Each version focuses on the main aspect of certain classes based on the version of the game they have. Though not placed on the server, players control their character and complete a series of quests or tasks. Ragnarok the Animation is the anime show that brings back the days of playing MMORPG, and everyone is excited to bring back the show. Funimation announced that the anime is getting an HD release, which marks for the first time, and Myung-Jin is very pleased with the video quality for the anime and video game fans. The anime isn't a bad show, it also isn't a shining example of the genre either, and even though it does have its good points, these only serve to highlight the problems. Better check out Ragnarok the Animation, available on the official YouTube channels of Gonzo and Funimation, available for a limited time until October 26. What is your favorite classes in Ragnarok? Let us know in the comments. If you have comments or suggestions, let us know in the comments. Follow Jeff11 Manchester on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe on youtube.com/Kafaboy and send an email to PayPal or scan QR code on Gcash. But that's about it for Jeff's podcast. This is Jeff. We'll see you in the next podcast.